Y'all come on in, come on in here today, y'all. We got some good stuff to cover today on Queen Bee's News. We also have Bimbo News, where we'll be giving Bimbo Awards to them old crazy people with no brain cells. I'm just gonna say it like that. Now, y'all know Trump, Father's Day is coming up. Trump's birthday is getting ready to come up. And out of the blue, there is this new found organization called New Kings. And on June 14th, they are supposed to be so-called peacefully protesting, right? Y'all seen all the chaos and riots and things like this going on. Y'all already know that this is not what it's going to be here. Okay? This is a movement, okay, that ain't about freedom. It's about funding fake outrage, y'all. Buying influence. Yeah, I mean, we are literally seeing this and targeting the very people that keep this country safe. We already know what they own. And these are being funded by activists, billionaires, y'all, all kind of people that are behind this. Of course they want to be selfish and do this on Trump's birthday. Of course. Y'all get what I'm saying? This is crazy. And if y'all don't even show up to none of this. Don't even go out to represent any of these things, because again, these organizations are just not popping up out of the blue. As y'all can see, the next riot violence day is going to be June 14th, Trump's birthday. And it's not just, it's supposed to be like all over the country where people are no kings. That's what they calling it. New organization just popped up out of the blue. Popped up out of the blue. And what a coincidence. June 14th. Anywho, y'all, stay safe. Pay attention to your surroundings and things like that, y'all, because these are crazy times, okay? These are crazy times. Y'all see who the people are that are in control of all this craziness. So, if you're like me and you're researching and you're always tuning in, you're always watching, you know what I'm saying? You know the evilness that takes place in this world. We see the good, but we know there's evil too. Point blank, period. With that being said, y'all, I ain't finna hold y'all here no more. Let's go ahead and dive on into the first video of today. Now, the Bimbo Award goes to this man right here, Mr. Cory Booker. Okay, I know it's Booker, but I'm calling him Mr. Cory Booker. Okay, this man decided to go on the Shade Room, y'all. And why is it that every time these folks have an interview, Trump's name cannot stay out of their mouth? It's just like, I say this, they are obsessed with this man. This conversation had nothing to do with Trump's name at all. But yet and still, they like to bring it up for some reason. Anywho, so with that being said, y'all, this man took it that low to go on the Shade Room. We're going to dive into him, and then we're going to definitely chop it up towards the end. But he gets the first Bimbo Award for today, y'all. Let's get into it.
I do have one more question, but I don't know.
I'm afraid. And I still have some fifths.
You do. Okay.
you can't even ask me the question with a straight face. I am definitely scared.
Okay. If you had to choose.
Yes.
Yes. Remember, you could plead the fifth.
Yes.
Someone in the political space. Okay.
Are you going to plead the fifth on the question? Because you don't have to ask me. You don't have to ask me.
If you had to choose someone in the political space who is likely to be brought up in the courtroom during Diddy's trial, who would you say?
Here you go.
And I could give you a list to choose from, or you could just say anyone.
Listen, I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
Yes.
But I just remember when Donald Trump and all these people on the
Here we go.
Were in their conspiracy rooms. We're talking about, release the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. I'm going to release it. And then all of a sudden they didn't.
Yeah.
And
Here they go. Like, don't y'all got anything else to talk about besides our president? Y'all hate this man so much. It's annoying. Leave his name out of it, loser.
so these kind of things make me always wonder, powerful, wealthy people who are trying to shut down stuff. I worry about it. But again, this stuff is distracting us.
Powerful, strong people who are trying to shut down things, y'all. What the hell? All this chaos and violence and all this other type of crap that's going on ain't coming from that side. These very people. And then there they go, throwing the rocks and trying to hide their hands. Y'all, this interview even gets to go on to where he talks about he used to date Mariah Carey. He used to date Mariah Carey, y'all. He used to date Mariah. Y'all got to tune in and look at this bimbo talk. Y'all, we cannot make this stuff up. We can't. Let's get back to the video.
From the millions of people that might lose health care, the millions of people that lose food support. So I just pray for folk. You know, I pray for folk, and I'm focusing on what we can do right now to help folk out.
That was a great answer, Senator.
Thank you.
And it be people like that go ahead and rev them up, like, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. And this is the thing, y'all. You got left, you got right. Blue, red, whatever you want to call it. And the crazy thing is, the sad part about it is you're gonna forever have these yes people. Nobody's gonna literally sit there and say, okay, no, fall back, you know, this ain't right. Hell no. It's always something with them. And it's just like, once one disappeared for a while, here come another bimbo popping up, and it's just like, right when I was thinking this person is gone, boom. Y'all, let's keep this thing moving. All right. So, y'all know they on here getting in these folks' tails today, y'all. When I tell y'all they are getting in these folks' ass, they ain't letting nothing slide. With that being said, y'all, coming straight from Nick Soto on X, Tom Emmer just excavated Tim Walz to his face. You are an utter failure. You should not be governor. Facts. Let's dive into it, y'all. Let's get into it.
Work with law enforcement to enforce the law. In May 2020, looting, acts of violence, and arson occurred on your watch in Minneapolis after you refused to bring in the National Guard. Governor, your agenda is clear. Free health care, free college and driver's licenses for illegals while handcuffing law enforcement when they're trying to protect our citizens and their communities. If you think that's not a sanctuary state, you shouldn't be governor. By turning Minnesota into a magnet for illegals, you have opened up our communities to dangerous criminals, including known terrorists, gang members, murderers, and child predators. You have sent a resounding message that if you're a hardworking, law-abiding citizen of Minnesota, your safety and well-being are not the priority.
That man had to turn his nose. He said, okay, this man is going in on me. Let me flip the next page, because what I was getting ready to say ain't really going to be what I'm trying to say. Let me try to get on his level. That man flipped that page over, y'all. All right, let's get into it.
Of Tim Walz and his administration. But if you're coming to our state illegally, you're not only welcome with open arms, you're entitled to free stuff on the taxpayer's dime. This is absolutely disgraceful. Governor Walz, your sanctuary state agenda has been defined by your utter failure. You have failed to enforce the rule of law. You have failed to uphold our national sovereignty. And most importantly, you have failed the people of Minnesota. The time for radical sanctuary state policy, sir, is over. The voters made that clear last November when they elected President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance. You remember him, don't you?
Yeah.
Governor,
hell yeah.
The time for real leaders is
now.
Real leadership is now.
Right now.
With that, sir, actually, Mr. Chairman,
you yield.
I ask unanimous consent to introduce into the record the governor's tweet that I referenced from May 23rd, 2018, which makes it clear his hatred for federal law enforcement. Thank you.
Without objection, so ordered.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Mr.
Chair
Chairman.
recognizes Mr.
Baby.
Cleveland.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. I have a
Look at
unanimous
that.
consent
Look at
request,
him.
and I'd like to present.
Ooh, you ain't you alive? Look at him. Sit back. Yeah, think about that. Eat out. That man ate you up. I don't know what they on today, y'all, but they chewing the hell out these folks and ain't giving. They all gas, no breaks today, baby. We ain't finna let y'all cut in or say nothing. How it should be. Let's keep this thing going. That's what I'm talking about. Get me hype. Let me be up in there, sitting in there. Let me tell you, Bimbo, something. Boy, come on. And for that, I yield. I yield. I yield. All right. Anywho, y'all. We gonna keep this thing going. I hope y'all enjoying this just as much as I am. Y'all know we gonna have a good time in here, baby. Coming straight from the Villain Fox on X, y'all. You said earlier that ICE agents under the orders of President Trump are modern day Justice. So this is pretty much Mr. Brandon. Let me see, make sure I'm saying his name right. Hang on. Yep. I mean, sorry, not Brandon. Byron. Getting into his tail. He been getting ate out left to right today, y'all. Let's get into the video.
Hear that the ICE agents under the orders of President Trump are a modern day Gestapo. Do you realize how disgusting a phrase that is, considering the history of Nazi Germany? Would you like to recant that statement?
What I said, Congressman, and I have a long history of supporting law enforcement, I said President Trump was using them as his modern-day Gestapo, not identifying who you are, coming up in unmarked vans, taking people away and giving...
Is it the responsibility of ICE to actually deport illegal aliens in the United States who are here? Isn't that their responsibility?
Yes, it is, Congressman, except that the Constitution is not an inconvenience. It's not an either-or.
Nobody
You
said
can
an
do your
inconvenience.
job and
You have a
practice due
responsibility to deport illegal aliens, and the
Through due
president is
process.
going through that process right now.
We are
And
not
let's
just-
be very clear, the previous administration, they abused every process there is
Hell yeah.
under border
Get
laws
'em,
to
Byron.
allow more than 10 million people into the country illegally. And this is a burden on all Americans. And so the president is doing his job. So it is sick to refer to Americans who are ICE agents as Gestapo. Governor, you're wrong. You need to apologize to these agents. They're doing their jobs. They are Americans. They serve this country with honor and decency and respect. Do not diminish their work simply because you tried to make a cheap point that you could tweet. I yield back.
I yield back too, baby. After that, we ain't got to say nothing else. We ain't got to say nothing else. And for y'all to sit here and compare federal American agents to Nazi criminals is a very, very huge slap in the face and very disrespectful. Very. Byron, thank you. We yield back. We finna keep this thing moving. I ain't even got to say nothing today. They standing for me, hell. I'm just gonna sit back, give me some little popcorn. We gonna watch, baby. Now, y'all remember when I was telling you in one of my reactions about day before yesterday when they're finding out that, well, we've been knowing that these riots and protests that are going on are being funded by the left. Let's put that out there. Billionaires, activists, everybody that you can think of that's corrupt, they're being funded by. Well, here's the video where they were saying allegedly Walmart is funding this. Allegedly, y'all. I'm just going to keep saying that because, but we know. So with that being said, y'all, here go that clip I was telling y'all about that I was going to share with y'all. Let's dive into it. Coming straight from James L.I. on X. Let's go.
Wild. A mysterious black truck just passed out all of these expensive bionic face shields to protesters in LA, and the news caught it on camera. I zoomed in and found out this is the UVEX bionic shield. These are not cheap. They're around $45 to $65, and you can't just get them in bulk. But One place that sells them is Walmart. And why is that important? Because there's a new protest being promoted called No Kings on June 14th. And even celebrities like Chrissy Teigen are posting it. And it's in magazines and newspapers. And guess who's behind this message? Christy Walton. That's right, one of the billionaire heiresses, a part of the Walmart family. Now, I don't know why they would be behind that protest against President Trump, but remember, just less than 3 weeks ago, President Trump tweeted about the whole tariff situation, saying Walmart should stop trying to blame tariffs as the reason for raising prices throughout the chain. Walmart made billions of dollars of last year, far more than expected. Between Walmart and China, they should, as is said, eat the tariffs and not charge valued customers anything. I'll be watching, and so will your customers. So, is it possible that maybe the Walmart family didn't like that and now they're finding ways to make their voices heard? Or is this just a big coincidence? As always, let me know what you think about all of this down below.
Girl, you on to something. Baby, you on to something. You on to something. It makes sense now, huh? Feeling some type of way, got the panties in a bunch. Yeah. Oh, I know. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and keep diving into it. Coming straight from Johnny Midnight on X, and then this is Queen Pretty Lex _ Savage, y'all. Let's dive into it. Paid Black Lives Matter protest feels exactly what is happening. Informative. Let's get into it.
All right. They're not organic. Now, I done told many of y'all this before, but I'm going to repeat it because I have so many new followers. My husband and I joined the Black Lives Matter movement, and that's when I woke up to paid protesting. I had never joined a big movement before. I had 10,000 people on my live. I'm not going to sit up here and say that I was happy that I joined that movement now, looking back on it, because I could tell that we were emotionally controlled into believing in it. But I'm happy that I did go because I got to experience some things and come back and tell the truth. It was a setup. Bricks was already in the road. 10 trash can barricades already in the road. And the paid protesters stuck out like a sore thumb. They standing back looking like this. And the folks that's agitating these protests are not even from the area. Clock it. Therefore, for experience, for knowledge, and for truth, join some of these protests and see it with your own two eyeballs. Every last one of them will make you think about Sandy Hook and the Boston bombing. The government and these rich folks ain't shit. And the government know they doing it and they ain't gonna do shit about it because they need to set the stage for the next election. They got to have issues for votes. Same damn thing going on with these wars. Only a fool profit off a war. Quoted by Sun Tzu, The Art of War. And all of it is done at the expense of civilians. How sick.
Okay, so y'all, that is wild, but it don't stop there, y'all. Let's keep this thing going. Hold on, check it out. They coming out with it, baby, but I don't know if y'all remember, but well, it was about a month ago or whatnot, and I found one of the these protesters going on where they was giving them papers and stuff like that, and she said she got paid 110 or 120 or something like that. Y'all, they not getting paid buku money to do this type of stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy work. How y'all sell y'all souls for just that little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and get in, coming straight to Elon Musk's page. Breaking. Another TikToker reveals they were offered $200 to join the nationwide No Kings Day protest in NYC. Also, it's taking place in NYC when they're supposed to be protesting in other places too. Let's get into it.
$200 a day to go protest ICE in New York. The organization was called No Kings. They said June 14th, we're going to be protesting and these are the streets that you need to be on and this is what you need to do. You need to cause chaotic disruptions, and they said that there's going to be pallets of like bricks and different things everywhere that protesters could use. They really want to wreak havoc. It's kind of ridiculous. Me as an American, you know, although I need the money, I'm like, this is very, very unpatriotic. If I was to go take this money and go protest, it's not very American. It's not what I stand for. It's obviously not even, you know, worth the time. But, you know, $200 a day is what they're paying people to go protest. The corruption is up here because it goes way beyond these organizations. They want to destroy America, and, you know, people like me that need money are gonna go do it. I'm not gonna go do it. But
Unclip me,
are
you better
gonna
not.
go do it. They're gonna go destroy, you know, the city and cause chaos. It's just crazy that, you know, they're even paying people to go do this. It just goes to show that everything we deal with is corruption, and these people at the top level, like, who's paying for this? There's got to be some billionaires paying for this so that, you know, they could try to get Trump out or something. But, you know, $200 a day to go cause chaos.
And then they billionaires and they chumping y'all off, giving y'all $200 to go out there, act the fool, get locked up and all of that, because ain't none of them gonna be getting bailing y'all out. Y'all gonna mess around and go to these other states. Y'all see what happened in LA. Now they on a whole curfew and all that other type of stuff. Them folks is not playing no games. So show out if you want to. And the National Guards and all that Marines will be right in your state too. Let's keep it going. Let's just start floating them all around. Whoever acting the fools. And unclip me. I don't know about you. You sound kind of, you sound like, oh, I need that too. But I ain't gonna, it's not very patient. But y'all make sure, let's follow at unclip me to make sure that man ain't out there. We need to make sure he ain't out there. He sound kind of like da. Let's get into it.
Us is like crazy, not worth it, but also like really fucked up.
Okay. Unclip me. You better not be up out there. We better not see you out there. All right, y'all. So shout out to the youngest out here, y'all. They are catching on. As y'all know that Trump won the popular vote. He cast the younger crowd. These folks is watching. They ain't no fools. They see what's going on. It's a beautiful thing to see the youngest, because these are our next generations, y'all. And not only that, these are the next politicians. These are the next presidents. These are the next, you know what I'm saying? What we're influencers and all these other everything above. So it feels good to see them young and being hip to the game. You get what I'm saying? The crazy part is these folks, the Democrats, they so out of touch that they don't even know that we now can literally just sit back like everybody else and just watch them bury themselves alive. They are literally making it easy for the ones that say, hell no, I ain't signed up for this. I don't know what the hell they doing, but this ain't what I was on. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, y'all, I'm finna go ahead and end the last video. I do want to know your thoughts. This is coming straight from Wall Street 8. Democrats are losing with little support they have left. Gen Z influencer with 1.5 million followers. Let's get in and see what he got to say. Golly, let me get some of them. No, I'm playing. Let's go.
Okay, since I have a platform, we're going to talk about what's happening in LA. If you don't like what I'm about to say, this is not Delta. No need to announce your departure. Just leave. I'm going to start off asking a question. If I went to Mexico illegally, burned their flags, set a couple of Toyota Corollas on fire, threw bricks at law enforcement officers, and then waved the American flag, what in the hell's bells do you think they're going to do to me? Listen, there is absolutely nothing wrong with protesting for what you believe in. That is your First Amendment God-given right. But the minute you start burning down cars and looting buildings and throwing bricks at law enforcement officers, you've lost the message. And then you have people like Kylie Perkins making very uneducated videos about compassion, probably to save her ass some brand deals. Y'all want to know who I have compassion for? The people that come here the right way. The law enforcement officers who have to deal with this mess. People...
If y'all want to follow him, it's london.mock, M-A-U-K, london.mock, y'all. Let's go.
Loved ones who probably can't get ambulances to their house because the protesters are blocking the freeway. That's who I have compassion for. I have absolutely no problem with people coming over here, but they need to do it the right way.
The right way.
With the uneducated statement of we're on stolen land. No, we're not. You need to do research and look up the difference between a settler and an immigrant.
Okay, let me do that.
And you know what? I'm probably going to lose some brand deals for this and lose some followers for this, but if you came to my page expected to be fed bullshit, then sorry.
He said what he said.